Hey y'all. I am reading Genesis, the 19th chapter, the 12th through the 17th verse. Meanwhile, the angels questioned Lot, "Do you have any relatives here in the city?" They asked. "Get them out of this place. Your sons in laws, sons, daughters, or anyone else, for we are about to destroy this city completely. The outcry against this place is so great, it has reached the Lord, and he has sent us to destroy it." So Lot rushed out to tell his daughters, fiancés, "Quick, get out of the city. The Lord is about to destroy it." But the young men thought he was only joking. At dawn the next morning, the angels became insistent. "Hurry," they said to Lot. "Take your wife and your two daughters who are here. Get out right now, or you will be swept away in the destruction of the city." When Lot still hesitated, the angel seized his hand in hands of his wife and two daughters and rushed them to safety outside the city, for the Lord was merciful. When they were safely outside of the city, one of the angels ordered, "Run for your lives and don't look back or stop anywhere in the valley. Escape to the mountains or you will be swept away." Get out. Why are you still there? Mm, mm, mm. God warned Lot and his family 3 times. Two of the times the angels said get out. And the other time was when Lot told his daughter's fiance, "It's time to get out." Well, God has been warning someone over and over again that it's time to get out of places that you should not be in, relationships that you should not be still connected to. And just like Lot daughter's fiancés, they thought it was a joke. And a lot of times the reason why people can't move forward is because God said they don't know what's about to happen ahead. And when these fiancés of Lot's daughters thought it was a joke, but all the time they did not know what was about to happen ahead. God said he has been warning somebody over and over again. And maybe you have felt that God may have warned you 3 times, just like the warning took about in this story 3 times. And you're still there. God said it's time to let go of relationships and places, and it might even be habits, things that you have attached yourself to, and you're still holding on to things because it's the familiar. And maybe that's why these people, the fiancés, they didn't want to not just let go because they thought it was a joke, but they probably was just familiar with everything that, where they had been living, where they had been. And that's even with Lot's wife, because they told them, the angels told them, "Do not look back." And she looked back. So it was something that was still there that she did not, it was not ready to let go of. When God has warned you over and over again, don't you know that consequences come behind it? Because when God is telling us to do something, when God is giving us instructions, when God is guiding us in other directions, when you don't want to listen to God and you just decide you going to just keep sitting and staying in places, staying in relationships that God is telling you that it's time to break free from, don't you know that consequences come behind it? And look what happened with the people in Lot family that thought it was a joke. They stayed. And the only people that made it out was Lot and his daughters. The wife made it out, but she looked back. So she still didn't follow the instruction. And to be honest, by she looked back, she really should have just stayed because she was not ready to let go of what was familiar, because guess what? She still didn't make it. And consequences come behind it. And it has been times where you probably can look back over your life and God have moved you from places, from things, and you kept holding on, and you got a tight grip on it. And you realize that when you didn't follow God's instructions and do what he was telling you to do, you probably start feeling yourself dealing with some real heavy burdens. And God will make us go through consequences. We will suffer with consequences all because we was not obedient. And that's what happened with some of Lot's family that stayed behind. They dealt with some consequences all because they thought it was a joke and they didn't follow the instructions, and they just want to keep doing it their way. Yeah. So if God say move, why do you need to know the reason why? And it goes back to what I just said, that sometimes you're stuck in the familiar because that's what you're used to. Those places, those relationships. You're familiar with it. But God is telling you to move forward and to move yourself away from these things. And when God was giving me this, I was just like, God, like that's all I've been talking about, that it's time to walk away from people and places and walking away from the old. And it's like this message today is just connected to the other messages. But God said, why do you need to know the why? That's what I heard. Because maybe somebody is questioning, like, God, why I got to leave away from there? Oh, I hear you. I remember sharing a testimony where at the end of 2024, God was shifting me. And he was telling me to remove myself from places and from people. And I didn't understand. And I did. I started like, God, like, what's going on? And it might be somebody right now that God is shifting you. Is telling you to move from your familiar. And God is saying, why do you need to know the why? That's when we just got to trust God. Because he knows what's best. He knows what's ahead. He knows what he have planned for our life. God said, get out. It's for your protection. And whoever this message is for, let me tell you something. I did ask why, but I didn't stay. I moved. I did what God told me to do. And right now, in 2025, I'm glad that I moved. I'm glad that I got out. So, God said, get out. Why are you still there? Bye, y'all.